Alcohol Beyond This Point podcast.
This isn't two podcasters talking business. This is two business guys trying to podcast.
So comedy is tragedy plus time. Your comedy is just tragedy. It sucks. It's bad. You're not funny.
That's why this isn't a comedy podcast, you numb fuck.
Business is
Beyond
opportunity.
this point. Yeah, fuck off, Trevor Wallace. Business equals BMW plus entrepreneur.
I'm going to get that tattooed on my fingers. ENTRZPRET. How many letters?
More.
My name is Willows. Hello.
My name is Tyler. Also, hello.
And welcome to Alcohol Beyond This Point, the podcast where we discuss business topics, both sober and then drunk, to see if we come to the same conclusion. And for the record, I am already drunk.
Great.
And Tyler's not. And
Good start. What else is new?
Third of all, my phone might die because Tyler broke the charger cable again.
Uh-huh.
So
yeah, I came to your house and broke your fucking Amazon charger.
Nothing. I know you're being sarcastic, but in the court transcript, it won't look like that.
What's it cost to file a claim?
Small claim, $50.
Yeah.
You know what I think would be funny? We sue each other one day and represent ourselves in court.
Yeah.
Just to waste the court's time.
And then and then we both just like indefinitely keep deferring it.
We both come with these elaborate fucking defenses, and they're like, "This is civil claims court. What the fuck are you talking about?" And we have these like, okay, I have 17 pages of fucking like evidence.
I'm pretty sure the justice would just toss you out.
Not if both of us are doing it.
Sure, you just toss the case out.
No, but they have to make a decision one way or the other.
No, they don't. They can just not hear the case.
Then we keep doing it.
Yeah, we keep paying the money.
Fuck it, it's like $50, whatever.
Yeah, no, they could just fucking toss you out. Like that's like you were explaining with the traffic cop, where the traffic cop was like, okay, yeah, well, let's just barter and get you out of here.
Shout out Radar Rodney, who
Yay, Rodney,
walks in with 300 traffic tickets from different people and goes, okay, well, each of these people has a right to have their case heard. Yeah. So I can either take up 7 days of your time, or you can give them all a 50% reduction in their fees, and then I'll leave right now.
Yeah.
And the judge goes, yep, no problem.
Because he has to hear those.
Well, you have a right in Canada for your case to be heard. It doesn't matter. You have a right. And Radar Rodney is my legal representative. When I send my ticket in, you have to like sign a thing that says like, this is my legal representative.
Would that extend to a small claim? Probably.
Yeah, no, it's a court. 100%.
So you would have to listen to us.
He has to listen to you. Yeah, he could make he could declare it a kangaroo court and tell you to fuck off probably. But no, but like we have a justice system in this country on purpose. Like you have a right to hear someone's defense. Yeah. Even if everyone thinks they're guilty, everyone thinks they're an idiot. We are built in this country on law and justice.
I was gonna say we just get frustrated. We just be like slinging out random shit we heard in movies. I'd like to file a motion to suppress. It's
and
like, that's not even a thing.
What are you talking about? Yeah. Well, unlike Dubai, here's something I read today. Transition. A United Kingdom citizen, a soccer coach, was in Dubai coaching soccer. They arrested him for they searched him apparently for no reason. Yeah. Searched his car and his house. They found a CBD vape oil. Yeah. 10 milligram, whatever, a little, probably 10 milliliter, something. Yeah. Yeah. They charged him and just today convicted him 25 years in prison.
Whew, that's spicy.
In a Dubai prison, which is fucking rough as far as I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's not. It's on the other side of the fence.
Because they charged him and convicted him of intent to traffic narcotics for the 1 tube of vape CBD, which is legal in England where he came from.
Yeah.
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 And yeah, apparently the embassy has had no effect. They charged him and convicted him. The embassy's like, hey, this is kind of fucked up. They responded, we have a zero tolerance with drugs in this country. And they put him 25 years. And they even said, they were like, oh yeah, no, we could have executed him. And we're like doing you a favor by putting him in jail for 25 years.
Yeah, I mean, they fucking assassinated was it American or European journalist, and
assassination implies illegality.
Right.
It's part of their laws. You get caught with drugs, they can kill you.
No. They like actually assassinated a reporter. Like not through the legal system. Like they just
that's assassination.
They just fucking murked him.
This would have been execution.
Yeah, no, it wasn't
legal execution. They could have killed him.
No, they just assassinated a guy, and like everyone's like, okay,
as one does.
It's fine. It's fine. You can do that,
dude. Like
that's your right.
They're still stone. So my friend, who's a girl, she lived in Qatar for a couple years. She was teaching there. She's from South Africa. She was teaching in Qatar, and she wouldn't consider this person her friend, but a colleague of hers. Went to a nightclub, was abducted from the nightclub, raped and murdered. The guy who raped and killed her, they acquitted him because the court said she was leading him on. Mm-hmm. That was the official ruling of a high court in Qatar.
AKA she wanted it.
Was the woman was leading the man on, and that's, in Sharia law or whatever, the woman shouldn't have been asking for it. And he murdered her and got off scot-free.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this wasn't a Qatari this woman was like an English national.
Yeah,
and was fucking murdered at a club.
Yeah, it's like they believe in honor killings.
Yeah, well, they believe in men are always right. Which here's what I'm gonna say, I think they're like on the right side.
Hot take.
Well,
you would have loved today's New York Times podcast.
Have you met a woman who's like been right about something? Me neither.
Now,
see, nobody.
Yeah. now that you put it that way.
Just kidding. I love you, girls.
Yeah, this is gonna get clipped, and we're gonna get fucking canceled.
All these stuff that's gonna be taken out of context, but like I'm obviously being sarcastic because there's people in America, in Canada, right now that what I just said as a joke, they literally believe.
Yeah.
Like there are people that think that women, like that the whole feminist movement to get women to vote and women to work was a fucking cancer, and they should like go back. Like women were designed to fucking work the kitchen and not work a job.
Yeah.
Like there's people in 2021 that believe that.
Listen to the today October 13th episode of The Daily.
I'm almost caught up editing.
Yeah. October 13th episode of The Daily. Haunting episode about a story of an Afghan girl and how like her loving family just turned on her.
For what?
Because they wanted to force her to marry a Taliban man because it's dying.
It's going down. Keep talking.
Oh, they were going to get executed by the Taliban because they'd previously worked for the Afghan police, and because now Taliban has taken over. You bumped the camera. Because they were opposing the Taliban. They had gotten their home raided a couple times, and now that the Taliban was in power, they were like, we're gonna get it killed for sure. So we need to marry off our daughter to a Taliban soldier, so that we don't get killed. And she's like, I would rather die than marry a Taliban soldier. And they're like, we don't care. Like, you're going to do it. And then when she continued to refuse, they just started beating the fuck out of her on a daily basis. And, like, her brothers, like her little brother, her age, her older brother, her dad. And they had, like, a happy family, like, healthy relationships her entire life. And then they just started beating the fuck out of her. So, yeah, just haunting. And now, yeah, I don't know. Listen to it if you want to hear how that ends, but... it's cool and good. If you're watching on YouTube,
Yeah, if you're watching on the YouTube version of this podcast on youtube.com/votewillows, you'll notice that the angle is very weird. It's because we broke another charging cord and the camera is like plugged into the computer, but it can't go the full way. So it's at some weird downward angle. It's fine. You can see us talking still. It's fine. So here's what I'll say. Is it like, where do we draw the line for like other cultures should do other cultures, they should do their thing, we shouldn't interfere,
yeah,
and like it's our job to police other cultures because they're barbaric?
I believe it's absolutely not our job.
I agree.
But the question is, like, what's morally better? Is it to invade and occupy and enforce, your values, or do you do a CIA and try to get internal conflicts to go in a certain direction?
Yeah, I guess like, cause like, is it, hey, you're hurting women,
Yeah,
so I'm gonna drone strike and kill a bunch of women to make sure you don't hurt women.
yeah.
It's not like America gives a fuck about women. Half the states are making abortion illegal, but they care about Sharia law. Fuck you. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a difference between, it's like, okay, what's the right thing to do? Very nice. What's the right thing to do, and how that thing is actually achieved? It's just not.
I always like
the quote unquote precision bombings. Like,
no, yeah, they're like, I always like
you gotta use a knife missile.
I always like if your ideas were actually good, you wouldn't need force to enforce them.
Yeah.
And I believe in that, I think.
We just kind of have to have faith that, that religion will evolve much like others have.
I guess it's hard that they don't know any different.
Well, yeah, but I mean...
You ever see that picture that's like, it's like a girl in a niqab? That's the full body one, right?
Hijab?
No. Hijab's just the head, face.
Right.
Niqab, I think, is the entire body except the eyes.
Right, maybe. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. Anyway, it's a woman in a niqab looking at a woman in a bikini.
Yeah.
And both of them are thinking, wow, look at that male-dominated culture that makes them dress like that.
Right.
And they're both thinking the same thing.
Well, maybe. Probably not.
Well, no, but that's
that's cartoon.
Right.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, when I think about the evolution and the age of religions, I shouldn't say every modern religion, but you take Christianity, for example, their crusades are, make the Taliban look fucking soft.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So, give them 500 years and they're gonna be doing what white Christians in America do.
Yeah, I guess Islam is...
Which is just like passively repressing people instead of violently.
Islam is pretty new as far as the Judeo-Christian religions, right?
Yeah. No, it's
688 or something was when like Muhammad supposedly lived.
Right, yeah. So it's, on the magnitude of, 3, 4, or 5 times longer that Christianity's been around.
Which, fun fact, the oldest pub in the world...
Been around longer.
Samuel's Pub?
Yeah.
Was founded in 900 AD in Ireland.
Yeah.
I just Googled it today, actually, yeah. It's on my list of things me and Tyler want to go check out.
What do you mean list of things? It's the only thing we're going to see.
I think, we want to do like 3 months and just like start on like Northern Ireland.
3 months?
Longer?
No.
Shorter?
You know how small 3 months? No. I could see 3 months in America. I can't see 3 months in fucking Ireland.
No, start in Northern Ireland.
Uh-huh.
And go from Northern Ireland to Ireland to Scotland to UK.
That's not 3 months.
I can make it 3 months.
Yeah, maybe.
What do you do right now? What are you going to do for the next 3 months?
Literally anything else.
Yeah, exactly.
Work.
Just do it over there.
Enjoy Christmas.
Ugh.
St. Patrick's Day.
Ugh.
It's not in the next 3 months, but that's
no,
fine.
It's not.
I'll do it again.
You have a corrupted idea of the world. You just think we have to work and not go to the oldest pub in the world.
And not work and not be merry.
Ugh, right? Eat, drink, and be merry. That's what it is. It's not eat, work, and be merry.
I just think it would be really depressing to be in Ireland for that long.
That's racist.
No, I think they would agree.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's just cold and rainy and sad.
What is this city?
We have sunshine twice a year.
It's like minus 50 here for like 6 months.
Yeah, and then it's warm.
Sure.
I think like coastal cold and rainy would be worse than our winters.
I think I'd love Birmingham weather.
Oh, just lots of rolling fog and pollution.
Yeah, suit weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suit weather. It's like I just want to wear a 3-piece suit all the time.
I literally wear a 3-piece suit all the time here. So I don't know.
Just wool suit all summer.
Literally.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I miss wearing a suit a lot. Sometimes, but also at the same time, I like being able to move and not fucking worrying about my clothes. Because like when you wear a suit all day, like you don't really. You sit in like one position all day and you stand fucking straight and like you're just a stiff.
I started paying
robot.
a little bit more for suits though, and you can have full body range. I know what you're talking about with
Yeah.
I started paying a little bit more, like not even full tailor, like bespoke, but like a middle, like off the rack but tailored.
Yeah.
And you can start. I'm like, oh, I can like do squats in this and shit. Like it's like
I think your ass is just getting fat.
word. Thank you, baby.
I think I mean more you don't want to sit like when you're wearing a suit and you sit with bad posture, you look like worse.
Isn't that good though? It's forcing you to have good posture.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You just like you're.
So what am I saying? Then
what I'm saying is you sit in fucking 3 positions and you like can't get your fucking clothes dirty at all. Like you're just scared of everything. I like wearing my spaghetti. I don't know about you.
Bear with me. If your suit is just your everyday, fuck it. I'll have spaghetti on my suit. I don't give a shit. Buy another suit.
Just keep buying suits. Yeah. Okay.
Oh no. Okay. I don't know if you've heard of this. It's so weird. So basically, I just learned about this a few weeks ago. It's called dry cleaning.
Oh.
And you can basically clean your clothes without water. So I don't know how that works.
It's not actually dry, but yeah,
Excuse?
it's fine.
So anyway, you can just pay them like $10,
Yeah.
and they'll get the spaghetti out of your fucking suit.
What have you been doing till now?
Jerk. Sorry, what was the question?
You've been wearing suits for 3 years.
Since I was 16. Remember Suit Wednesday?
For 4 years.
Wait.
Have you not gotten anything cleaned in the last 9 years?
No, it's fine.
No, that explains the smell.
Excuse?
Cologne doesn't cover everything, bud.
What's cologne?
Sorry, perfume.
What's perfume?
No, sir. Have you been throwing your shit in the washer?
No, I've just been throwing it out.
No, you haven't. You wear the same stuff all the time.
What are you talking about?
You concern me, Willows.
I also just learned you can charge your phone.
Oh.
I've been throwing them out and buying new ones.
Like, this one's out.
I spent $27,000 on phones in the last 6 months.
That'd be bloody impressive.
Like
honestly.
my...
No, shut up. Stop it. Don't. Your jokes are bad. Your comedy's tragic, motherfucker.
I had a great joke last night. Remember?
Oh?
Remember the 45-degree one?
That was actually pretty good, yeah.
But we can't explain it here because
You had to be there.
you had to be there.
Yeah.
But fuck you, I had a good joke.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that one.
Tyler's the type of bloke to think that I don't have good jokes.
Fuck you. Yeah, so have I talked about, like, the fucking shit that's happened to me in the last, like, 2 weeks?
What is that? I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't think so. last time was with JL, and we didn't. Oh yeah, no, I think I had told how like the fucking catalytic converter got cut out of my van. I think we talked about that. But
yes, we definitely did.
I don't think I mentioned anything about my girlfriend and what's going on there.
Do you want to? We don't have to.
Well, yeah, I mean, just kind of telling everybody, so
sure.
what does it matter?
Well, this is everybody.
Yeah, I know this is, quote, everybody, but fuck it, it's 2022.
Your girlfriend has a brain tumor.
Yeah, my girlfriend has a brain tumor, yeah. And before you start screaming, it's benign. It's prolactinoma, so it's technically it's a cyst. So it pushes on your on her pituitary gland, which regulates dopamine and prolactin, hence prolactinoma. And if you know anything about dopamine, it basically regulates everything. Like, it affects appetite, it affects mood, it affects weight gain, it affects hormonal cycles. It can cause permanent infertility, it can cause permanent basically states of depression, it can cause schizophrenia, it can cause all kinds of mental disorders, and then like if not treated, and like just fucking name it. Memory, it affects memory. What am I forgetting? I don't know. There's just like a lot of symptoms. She has like all of them.
Obviously, dopamine loss is not ideal.
Yeah, she has like all the symptoms, and so that really sucks because she's been dealing with the symptoms. Oh yeah, and then in addition to that, she just suddenly one day at work just like lost majority of her ability to see.
Yeah, just went blind.
Yeah, just like basically went. Imagine. Like all your peripheral vision just going fuzzy, and like anything below, like, you know, you put your hands under your eyes, like anything below the horizon, she couldn't see at all, and then everything in her peripherals was fuzzy, and then everything that she could see was like out of focus and tilted like 15 degrees, and just stayed like that for hours, and then the fuzziness around the peripheral and whatever the horizon thing went away. But the out of focus fuzziness and like the tilt has stayed, and it's been like 2 weeks now, and it's just like it's like moderate to worse, and it just kind of fluctuates throughout the day depending on the conditions. But now, like sometimes it's fine and she can't even notice that anything's there, and then sometimes it's bad. So she hasn't really been doing anything. She hasn't been at work, and like. Yeah, it's like how the fuck do you deal with that, and trying to navigate, fitting that in with career and work, and we're in the middle of, helping her fill out master's applications. She's trying to get her master's degree in psych. So, yeah, it's a fucking gong show, and it really just kind of brings things in a sharp focus that like, oh, I have like responsibility now, like taking on something that's just not that's like a curveball in your life. And yeah, it's been kind of weird because like everyone processes these things differently, and everyone's like looking at me like, oh my god, is he gonna like crack? Is he gonna break down? Is he gonna fucking collapse? Is he gonna have a mental breakdown? And I'm like, honestly, I'm good. Like, I've just
yeah, I know your mom's been
and everyone's like,
your mother's been like, Tyler, like.
It's one of those things where like the kid fell down and skinned his knee, and everyone's like, are you okay? You just fell really hard. And the kid's like, I think it hurts. And then he starts screaming, but if you're like, nah, bro, you're good, just get up, right? So it's like,
yeah,
one of those things where it's like everyone seems to want me to break down at this point, but it's like, honestly, I'm fine. When shit like this happens, like I've had like virtually every meaningful relationship in my life, like I've had that person has like some kind of ridiculous shit going on. Like, we've been friends for a while, and for like most of that time, you've had like severe depression, and you've had shit happen.
No, I think I've been pretty perfect as far as a friend goes.
There's like whatever. My other best friend before we were hanging out, he's in fucking rehab.
As one does.
And then
I'm too stubborn to go to rehab.
Yeah.
They tell me to go to rehab, and I said, no.
Yeah, you would never.
They tell me to go to rehab, and I said, yeah, that's fair.
Are you done?
Yeah.
And the guy before that, alcoholic, and is like still lives with his mom at 25. So it's like, yeah, it's like every year of my life since I've become, moderate adult, like I'm dealing with something that's like not normal. And I
Well,
don't
you're
know.
welcome that I am relatively high functioning as far as
Exactly.
and
as
problematic people go.
And as soon as you got there, I had to fill that void.
Oh, so I should get worse is what you're saying.
I think that might help.
I bet. Bet, buddy. I miss drugs so
I
much.
was gonna say, I think you need to pick up some black tar heroin.
Dude, I miss drugs, and I will 100% go back to them if you just ask me to.
Just give me a good reason.
Just give me a good reason to go back to drugs, and I will go back to them.
Yeah. But yeah, in all seriousness, like I've always had a very high degree of empathy for people, and
I'd say so, yeah.
I like to think that
I'd say to a detriment where you give...
give. I think that would be true.
I've seen you give... Because I like to think, like, you can argue with me, but I like to think I give as much as I take from people.
Yeah.
Or at least I try to.
Yeah, it depends what it is.
It depends on the day, right?
Depends if it includes labor.
Well, okay, there's months where I will take a lot more than I give.
Yeah.
But then there's months where I will give a lot more than I take.
Yeah, no, in like our friendship, like we don't keep score.
Yeah, of course.
Period.
But I feel like we're pretty more or less.
Well, because we're really even. Like neither of us feels that we're being taken advantage of.
Yes. But you have friends that are absolutely far on the take advantage side. And
I've had friends, I've had relationships like that, I've had employers like that, and it's just to my detriment. And
you give them the benefit of the doubt too long.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's more of like a used to thing. I have very short patience with that these days. Like, for example, what I was gonna segue into, the reason I told us to think about Carly is because she doesn't want to apply for disability insurance.
Sure.
For the sole reason of she feels like she's taking something for nothing.
Sure.
And I'm like, have you looked at your pay stub?
They take something. So
you have been paying into insurance.
So there's a character in Atlas Shrugged. I forget what the name. It's some foreign, weird, Swedish name. But his mentality was, take every cent you can from welfare
and insurance.
Anything, insurance, welfare, disability. Take every cent you possibly can, because they take it all from you. Because I follow these like left-leaning pages, right? These like leftist pages on Facebook and stuff, and Twitter that always say like, well, Elon Musk calls himself a libertarian, but he took all these fucking incentives for making electric cars. That's curious. It's like, yeah, well, no shit. You know how much fucking money they take from me? Like, of course I'm going to steal back a little bit of my money.
And you're going to space.
You're being Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Like, fuck taxes, man. So...
Well, this is even outside of government programs. This is a private insurance program that you pay into as an employee.
Disability.
This type of it, yeah.
So, yeah, this province, I think, functions differently than maybe people are listening in the States. It's a little bit different, but on our paychecks, we pay into unemployment insurance, we pay into disability, whatever. And then if you get disabled or get unemployed, you can claim those benefits that you paid into.
Yeah.
I've never paid into those personally, because being a business owner, I'm exempt from paying.
Really? I thought you would just have to by default.
No.
I guess you can.
It's fun because when I file my taxes, when I do it like online, when I click I am exempt from these, it literally gives me a warning thing. Yeah. It says nobody's like 5% of the population is exempt from these. Are you sure? Yeah. But yeah, as a director of a corporation who also employs themselves,
right,
I'm exempt from paying CPP, which is Canadian Pension Plan, EI, unemployment insurance, and disability. I'm exempt from all that.
But can you claim it?
No.
Right.
No.
I guess because you're the owner.
Yeah.
You wouldn't need to, right?
Owner of a business who also pays themselves a salary. It's a very
Right.
small subsect of people.
Yeah, why would you need to go on disability if you own the company?
Basically.
Or why would you need to go on EI?
So I'm exempt from paying those, so it doesn't come off my paychecks, but I can't claim them is the other side of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, at least it's that. If it was like you didn't have to pay it, but you could still claim it, then I'd be like, that's kind of fucky.
No. It would never be that. It would be the opposite.
Yes, it would
They would
be.
take it off my paychecks and I couldn't claim it. That's what it would be.
Well, but also I feel like there's enough. If ever it could get done by a class of people, that class of people would have pulled it off.
That's fair. But the amount of money, like my partner and I were actually just talking about disability today. In America, it's fucked. I'll get to that in a second. But in Canada, if you have over $4,000 liquid assets, so that's cash.
Credit. No, not credit.
No, not credit. Cash, and then any other, not your home, not your car.
Stocks, bonds,
But
savings.
stocks, bonds, savings, any other assets you could sell to make liquid. I think it's in like
30-day liquidity, probably.
yeah, I think what the Bank of Canada clarifies it as is if you can sell it in 30 days and make your full amount of money left back from it, it's liquid. If it's over 30 days, it's unliquid.
Yeah.
Illiquid. Anyway, but in Canada, if you have $4,000 liquid assets, which is not a fuck ton of money. Like I have well over $4,000 in cash in my bank. I'm looking at a stack of hundreds over there. That's more than $4,000.
Yeah.
I cannot get disability.
Right.
In Canada.
Oh.
Even if I'm disabled. If I am in a fucking wheelchair and I can't get hey, sorry, it's snowing, I can't get out of my house.
Yeah.
If you have $4,001 in the bank, they will take away your $600 a month, whatever disability payment.
Interesting.
They will take it away. In America, it's $600. Huh. You can't have more than $600 in the bank.
So it's legal oppression.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah.
You are not allowed to become successful.
You can't get above
what if you were so savvy with your spending and investing
that you saved more than $4,000, they take it away from you.
You get penalized.
They take it away from you.
So you get penalized for being good with money.
Not only penalized, they just cut your income. They take it away. Right. All of it.
Yeah, okay.
And you can't get it back.
So those of you in the camp of don't give them more money, they'll just spend it and they'll have nothing left. Go motherfucking fuck yourself, because that's how the system is built.
No, it's fucked. It's because how does having more than $4,000 in my bank account make me less disabled?
This is hot take. Having this is a very strong argument actually in favor of UBI, because when you have these benchmarks of these poverty lines, these arbitrary fucking numbers that don't even meet living standards of if you make over this much you can't get XY benefit. I was actually talking to your business partner about this, and I was pissed because I am just over the threshold. If we're considered common law, which we're almost there, I think, we're right on that threshold where nice job if you're watching on YouTube, fucking idiot, he just foamed over his beer. I'm making just a little bit too much money that we don't qualify for most programs that would help, but I don't make enough above to to not work,
to pay for that,
to not need it, right? So the threshold is too low, and it's not like there's a middle ground where you can get a little bit of money. It's either you get it all or you get none of it, and if you make a little too much, you're fucked. It's an incentive to do worse. But yeah, it's an incentive to stay reliant on the social safety net, because if you make it's like the benchmarks of going from 1 million to 10 million. It's not worth it in between, but once you've reached that mark, whatever, then you actually feel like you're doing better. But up until that point, you're actually just suffering more for no more money. And like, why you have no incentives
So here's the thing.
to get better.
I'm a capitalist. I would say I'm an anarchist.
Mm-hmm.
But if your government is gonna be voted in on the auspices that they're going to help people, they should fucking help people. Why is there a limit? It should be based on how disabled you are, not.
It should. It's about like, what is it? Equity, not equality.
It's that like the
each
disabled thing.
each according to their own needs, not according to an arbitrary dollar figure.
And then it was our Truth and Reconciliation Day the other day that we were observing to think about the
Things we still haven't done.
tens of thousands of native children that we murdered when we built this country. And you know what our prime minister did, who's a left-leaning Democrat liberal prime minister? He went on vacation during that day.
Nice.
And went to the beaches of Tofino with his wife. Like, just take a day, right?
Can you pick a worse time? Did no one be like,
That's what
sir,
I said.
Sir,
Man,
sir.
I don't know, man. Like,
I mean, the guy did wear blackface more times than he can remember, so.
yeah, they asked him. Yeah, our prime minister, who just won a third election, fun fact, is a left, in quotations, leaning prime minister. There's pictures of him wearing blackface at parties because he was, at an Arabian Nights themed party, so he painted his fake black. And there's so many pictures of him in blackface. A reporter was asking him how many more pictures are going to come out, and he says, I don't know. And then the reporter goes, is it under 10? And he didn't answer. Man, I think I talked about this a couple episodes ago. I'm going from libertarian to just anarchist. There is not a single. All politicians are just evil.
Well, absolutely not our Libertarian Party, because holy shit.
I
think we've talked about this, but
shout out Tim Moen, who is the former leader of the Libertarian Party. I have him on Facebook. I've talked to him multiple times. Good guy. Good, hardworking guy. He's a volunteer firefighter. He's a good guy. But
what party?
Libertarian.
Oh, I've literally never even heard of a candidate of this party.
Yeah, so they don't usually have libertarian candidates because if you're a libertarian, you can figure it out yourself to become a fucking candidate. They don't have any support. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's kind of the irony of libertarianism, is they're not, by definition, very good, organizers, donators, or communal gatherers, or...
Because figure it fucking out yourself.
Yeah, it's the same reason anarchists are not good at organizing.
Yeah, so I think I would consider myself an anarchist now.
Well, I mean, they're good at organizing, but at local levels, you can't get a national anarchist movement because it just becomes a fucking oxymoron.
No, because by definition...
It becomes the thing you hate.
Yeah, by definition, it's not a movement. Right?
Yeah, you could have a coalition of anarchist movements, I guess, and you're basically agreeing to the fact that you all disagree, but you all disagree with everyone else more. Yeah, it would be lesser of all evils kind of thing. Because, I don't know, in an anarchist, dream world, for example, the two communities that I, grew up in, live close to, that were close to each other, these two communities were born out of the fact that one of them went to World War II. They had a lot of veterans, and they believed in, serving your country and doing your part. The community where I grew up in, which is 5 kilometers, 2.5 miles down the road, was created because those people, my people, which I don't identify as my people because fuck them, were conscientious objectors, where they're like, no, we don't want to go to war, we're pacifists. Unless you tell us to put on a mask, then we're not pacifists.
Yeah.
But, 100 years later, these two communities that were created because, some went to war and some didn't, and they're like, you can't fucking be in our town, and they would like literally get rocks and mud thrown at them if they walked down the street because like you fucking object, you're like, my son died in the war and you're sitting here on your ass because you think you're holier than thou.
Your son's that dumb?
Yeah.
Got him.
Well, he died in Vietnam.
Fuck him.
Yeah, and then 100 years later, they're up to the same shit. And they're so drastically different. Like, one has a vaccination rate of 85%, the other one is 20.
70 and 19, but yeah.
No, I thought Morden was, say, like 85.
No, more than 7. Just past 70, like, this week. And the mayor was like, good job, guys.
Good, yeah. Thanks, Mr. Young guy.
Yeah, he's young.
He's
yeah.
very young.
I mean, in his 30s, but yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, phenomenally different places. Like and
they're 10 kilometers away from each other.
5.
5 kilometers, which is
very
how
close.
many miles?
Like 2.5, 2.4.
What?
Maybe, no, it's probably like
What's a mile?
2.1, 1.67
Why is a mile?
Honestly, that's a great question.
A kilometer is 1,000 meters.
I don't know.
Right?
I couldn't tell you how many feet are
And a
within
meter
any
is 1,000 centimeters.
100.
Yeah.
1,000 millimeters.
1,000 millimeters. That's what I was talking about. I'm very drunk. And what a mile is like 1,477
I couldn't fucking tell you.
yards, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck is America?
It's a joke.
A liter is
But anyways,
3.78 gallons.
before I lose my train of thought, these communities are up to the same shit 100 years ago, but in like an anarchist dream world, that's okay. Where it's like, if you want that, go there. If you want this, stay here, and both of us can coexist. And if we don't want to let you people in here because you've got a fucking plague, we can just be like, you guys can't come here anymore for business.
Now, if I don't want this poison jab, you're fucking locking me down, and I can't see my family for fucking Thanksgiving.
Right. Like this is why.
So,
like, this is fundamentally why politics don't work, is because policy is made in quote unquote DC it's made in New York. It's made in
Ottawa,
LA. It's made in Ottawa. It's made in Toronto. It's made in London. And London is not Birmingham. Like, policies are made where and by people who are not actually affected by any of the downside, and they're immune. They're above. They're beyond. Like, it's not fucking possible to have continuity at this scale, and it's like, I don't know when we're gonna figure out that.
I was just about to ask, do you think that'll ever get better?
I think so. I think it'll get there, but we'll probably all die first.
Me and you will be dead.
Oh, we'll die for sure. Probably in like, and we'll drink some
Fine.
bad LJ water. No, there's like 17 cataclysmic events that will happen before we get that fucking smart.
Which I don't want to talk about. We were talking about this the other day. We were
It's really depressing.
we were drinking some tea.
Jasmine tea.
Some normal jasmine tea that is 100% legal to drink tea, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, side note, unrelated to this. Do you know people turn psilocybin mushrooms into tea?
Really?
Anyway, so
does it taste like shit?
I don't know, but back to this story where we were talking about tea. So we were drinking this tea, jasmine tea, and then someone in our group was talking about basically global warming and cataclysmic events.
Was it me?
No,
It was someone else.
Zach was talking about it,
Okay.
and me and JL were basically like, I don't want to think about this. This is gonna give me a bad trip.
Yeah.
And I don't want to think about. But like, they were basically like, oh yeah, no, the world's fucked. Like, we're done. Like, this is it.
Let me tell you 17 ways that we're fucked.
And yeah, if the fires don't kill us, it's going to be carbon in the atmosphere. It's going to be lack of oxygen because the fucking algae in the water is dead, and it's going to be a civil war, or it's going to be a fucking deadly pandemic. Like there's no way we're surviving.
Well,
at this point.
the thing is, most of these will induce war.
Yeah, because
if they don't
100%.
if they don't induce war, they have to be so damaging that they make us like so damaged we wage war,
Well, look
like
at fucking
like in a large
Trump
scale.
losing the election almost caused a war.
Jesus fucking Christ! Don't even talk to me about the big lie.
The
An
big
on-
lie that Biden is the president. That's the big lie.
The big lie is that democracy does anything.
Word.
So on that note, when the algae blooms and all the plants die and the sun flares and fries our electronics and also the
Electronic fries?
shout out Alberta, and then the trees burn and the floods flash and the freezer burns your meat.
So anyway,
We're gonna be here. We're gonna be podcasting.
Yeah, we'll be
into the abyss. Like
So,
we'll be like those
hold
two
on.
guys in our RV, like
have you ever
careening
played
over the cliff.
Have you ever played Fallout?
No.
Okay, Fallout 3, which is like Bethesda, the guys that make like Elder Scrolls, like Skyrim.
Yeah.
They bought the rights to Fallout
Dope.
because it was like a 2D, isometric 3D. So like because it was made in the 90s.
Yeah. It was like a third part. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They bought the rights and then made it a 3D.
Yeah.
First person.
Yeah, I think
whatever.
I've seen gameplay of it.
Whatever. Okay, so Fallout 3, there's this guy called Three Dog. Shout out Three Dog, who has a radio station that he's broadcasting from a fucking it's a post-apocalyptic whatever, right? And he's broadcasting, "Good evening, Wasteland. It's me, Three Dog." Anyway, but and he has this radio station he's doing from this post-apocalyptic fucking there's fucking mutants trying to break into his radio station. That's like one of the quests where you're like whatever, and then he's just has this radio station where he's playing, and you can listen to it on your Pit Boy, they call it, which is like your arm watch with like all your information on it, and you can listen to the radio, and it plays a bunch of like 30s music because it's a alternate timeline. It's the whole thing. But anyway, I foresee us in a post-apocalyptic landscape, like having a short-wave radio station.
Just giving advice on how to like properly seed your carrots.
Yeah,
Oh, no, we'd have a guest on.
Yeah.
It'd be like,
well, and then it's
tell
like,
us about
sorry,
your carrots.
hold on, we hear a fucking banging at the door, and then boom, it's like we kill some fucking raider, and we're like, okay, back to the fucking show.
It's like, we gotta go in the bunker. We hear mortars.
Yeah, I feel like
The fucking Mennonites are coming out of their bunkers.
Yeah, I feel like even at the end of the world, we're still going to be doing this.
I think that's when we're going to be doing it the most.
The best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, there's going to be, obviously, a lot of voices. There's going to be a lot of shit happening. And, yeah, I don't know. I feel like, I don't feel like Three Dog is going to be our vibe. I think it's more like the motherfuckers on the Titanic who are, like, playing music as they die.
We know it's all shit, but here we are.
Yeah, that's more me. Yeah, you and I are more like the three guys in the mariachi band going down with the ship than we are Three Dog.
I like the 2008 George Carlin special. It's all bullshit and it's bad for you.
And on that note,
we're gonna transition.
Fucking cheers, buddy.
Yeah, we're gonna transition into the segment that we call Shot Caller, the part of the show where you, the audience, can pick the shot that we take. So this week's shot is picked by Three Dog. He picked Crown Royal whiskey, which is made in here in Manitoba, just north of here in Gimli. But this is the maple version, so I don't know actually what they do with it. Yeah, whether they add. I'm too drunk to read the back, but it's it's like maple syrup
it's
or
aged in maple barrels.
Maple aged. So I have literally no idea.
That'd
So
be
let's
dope
just
if they
take
aged in
let's just
maple
take the
barrels.
fucking shot.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, buddy.
Ooh, that smelled like maple syrup.
It tastes like maple syrup too. I like it.
Yeah.
It's like 35%, so it's not 40, but. Yeah, I didn't have to chase it there, and I'm bad with shots usually, but I like that maple.
Yeah, it's the classic Crown Royal.
Well, everybody listening to this podcast probably knows what Crown Royal is. It's the highest selling Canadian whiskey in America. Fucking Ritz, from Strange Music fame, has a song called Crown Royal. It's a famous whiskey, and it's actually made 100K from here, up in Gimli, Manitoba.
Yeah, no, it doesn't say anything about how it's like aged. It just says like maple finish. So I'm guessing they just have a fucking
it's probably just sugar,
a flavor concentrate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But it makes the
Good-
finish so much better. Like
good-
it's
good
so
result,
smooth.
yeah.
It's Crown Royal, the basic is a shitty whiskey. I don't really like it. But they have that expensive one that comes in the purple bag.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
And then I like their flavored ones as like a party kind of like,
the ones they don't sell in Manitoba are really good. ironically. Like,
which is ironic because they
like
make it here and they don't sell a bunch of them here.
yeah, they have like there's like Makers Select. There's like an XO
yeah,
Gold.
yeah, the
and
black kind. Yeah, and yeah.
I've had the black. It's not great. It's a bourbon. It's a bourbon make.
Ooh.
I don't know. They try to make it taste like bourbon, but it's okay. I think we're gonna podcast over the cliff, and
Yeah. That's what I feel
really,
like, too.
That really kind of tie. How do we always tie into our episode title? That says,
So-
"Let's give up on life."
We have a whiteboard behind us. If most of you listen on the audio version, not the video version of this podcast, we always have a whiteboard behind us, and every episode, one of us writes something.
And you can't even see it on the camera because the camera moved, but it says
Right now,
It
okay,
says give up on life.
So last week it said let's give up on travel.
Yeah.
And I erased travel this episode and put life, so it says let's give up on life.
Yeah, just ignore everything on the bottom left.
But I did that before it came. We did this podcast, right?
Yeah.
And then it ties in, and
Yeah.
it always does.
It's just that was just kind of the mood. I feel like when
Yeah.
we just like say hello, we can feel out the mood of what today's gonna be like. we got a pretty good idea.
It's kind of sad.
Is it? I think it's great.
Is it?
I think it's great.
We go back and forth on this because I feel like last week when I'm like it's great and you're like it's sad.
No, I think it's great that we can actually sync up on this stuff and we
Yeah.
can commiserate about it, and we have
Well-
friends we can commiserate about it, and they understand the misery, not just like, wow, you're really blowing this out of proportion. I think you should be less stressed. How about you try to be happier?
Have you met another person like this?
None that I like.
Me and you, I think, like, with like 3 of our friends in our close friend group, I think are like the only people I've ever met that are like
Oh, like us? Yeah.
that are smart.
Fucking small handful. When we
Everyone's
say
an idiot.
and when we say smart, we mean in a very specific way. Like, sure, you're maybe a phenomenal doctor, but like,
No, I don't think you are a phenomenal doctor.
I think you're
I think-
selling horse pills.
I think you Google how to do the surgery right before you do it.
I've heard that works pretty good.
Apparently 30% of surgeries, they Google how to do it.
I mean, it's not much different than how I do my job. Like, guys like joke around like, "Oh, he learned on YouTube," and I'm like, "Yeah, I did actually, and it's literally better than you." I mean, we've talked about the function of YouTube in the business world, but I don't know. Nobody has an encyclopedic knowledge. Like, what did they previously do before they had Google? What their search engine was their surgical what do they call it? Not before resident. It's intern, not intern. I don't know. Whatever the level is before.
Apprentice? I don't know.
No, there's a word for it. Anyways,
Sure.
before you become a resident, you're a surgeon in training.
But you used
They-
to
they
apprentice
send-
people.
Yeah, they send that person that does their scut work, go to the archives, pull up all the cases relevant to
Also-
this. And that's their Google search.
Also, remember, we weren't doing surgery until like the 1900s.
Well,
Like, they didn't know about blood transfusions until
Yeah,
like 1890, right?
well, the only
Like,
thing they knew about blood transfusion is either you had too much blood or not enough blood, and that was the root of all disease.
I have the grandfather of field surgery was a Russian Pirogov, I think. He's framed on my wall in my bar.
Yeah, you got all the historical.
Shrugging Doctor is the name of my winery. We kind of do the old ass, the like doctor, kind of like go around with a cart, that kind of doctor theme. So in my bar, I have all these framed famous doctors, old famous doctors, and one of them, Pirogov, I think, is like the grandfather of field surgery that like did the first successful like field surgery.
Cool.
Well, my favorite was there was a surgery that had like 400% mortality rate.
Yeah.
Someone was like getting they like were trying to stitch them up.
I don't
and
know
they
how
did
you
it.
400%.
They did it
rate.
so badly that the patient died, and then they chipped themselves with the needle and got an infection and died. And then like a nurse that was observing died from shock that both these people died. And it was like 4 people died in one surgery, and it was like the highest percentage.
There's more people died than there was on the table.
In the surgery. Yeah. Because like a nurse died from shock, and the doctor nipped himself and died from his like infection. Like
bloody amazing.
Yeah.
That's really impressive.
Yeah, literally.
That sounds like some businesses I've heard
Talk
of.
about it, because we haven't really talked about businesses this entire podcast.
Everything is business.
Everything
We've
is
talked
business.
about this.
Yeah,
We've
it's
talked.
kind of it goes back to the everything.
You know what turns me on?
Oh, baby, what turns you on?
Being in charge.
Me too.
I really genuinely miss.
I'm gonna like unbutton my pants. Keep talking.
I genuinely miss being in the real estate space where, like, I'm working for the company that controls the money. If you control the money, you control everything. And I was this, 21-year-old fucking idiot, didn't know what he was doing, but like was actually functionally in charge of projects of people that were far more experienced and knowledgeable.
Well, yeah, you
than
were
I
the
was.
chief operating officer of a
Right, yeah. So
pretty big real estate company for a while.
So I walk into a place and I'm like, this guy doesn't get paid unless I sign his check for 20 grand this Friday. And he needs to show me that he's done his work. And I'm walking in, I'm like, whoa, this looks really fucked up. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm looking at. And I'm like, I have to, on the spot, figure out, like, okay, can you explain to me what you've done this week and why? Like, sell it to me, like, but also say it in such a way where it doesn't sound like I don't know what I'm talking about, which probably didn't work very well. But just in general, the challenge of being in charge, having like the freedom to walk around, and you're looking. It's not that I'm like, not that I get off on telling people what to do. I don't enjoy, just the power complex. That's not what it is for me. It's like I like looking at the problem as a whole and seeing it from that perspective and getting involved with everything.
You're like looking at the whole.
Yeah, and I just want to get my hands in it.
Oh, okay, all right.
Both hands.
Okay, all right, yeah,
and
yeah.
sometimes my big toe. I miss that problem solving, like high level management kind of function of my brain, because
Which is almost all I do in my
right.
business.
That's like all you.
Because I'm
but I can't handle it all the time. Like every time I've had that, I go crazy because I'm like, I'm losing the sense of like what is actually being done.
okay.
So there
What do you
needs-
mean losing the sense of what's being done?
Like name a thing, anyone. They will tell you that their boss is out of touch of what the job actually takes.
Sure.
Because you're in touch with everything in your business because you're still fucking hands on. You're still doing shit.
We're 6 employees, like.
But you're still hands on with everything at some point.
Yeah.
And you understand what's in. If you didn't do any of those jobs for, let's say, 2 years.
Sure.
You never went to markets. You never did sampling. You never did any bottling. You never did any harvest. You never did any whatever. And you just did high level management. You would begin to lose touch because things change with how much time it took, how much work it took, how difficult it was, how boring it was, how annoying it was, how efficient it is, how stupid it is, how shitty the customers are. Like how's the event? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it whatever? Like you just lose touch. That was what I began to hate, is because I was getting to such a high level where I had 36, 40 people under me, where all I could touch was the highest level of stuff. And that's not a brag, because if you've been in the position where all you touch is the highest level stuff, shit rolls uphill. The worst things that happen, people pass the buck up.
Well, and you're touching the highest level of stuff, but you're not getting rewarded in the highest level. Like you weren't the owner of the company.
Let's say even if you are the owner of the company, like
Sure. Well, I'm the owner of the company.
Right, but with startups especially, I mean, big corporations, you have whatever buffer zones and stuff that you can
have
afford.
Boards of directors.
Yeah, but you also have buffer zones of assistants and lawyers and accountants and whatever. Like, you can protect yourself from certain things, but what you actually deal with functionally is, like, really the worst problems. Because if the worst problems...
Because if they get up to you, then they're bad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, being at that level, it just was like you're doing nothing but eating shit for 8 hours a day.
Sure.
Or 12 hours or 14 hours a day. And
but,
that's all you do is you eat shit, and you completely lose touch with all the functionality of your business, the work, all the rewarding aspects of it just kind of disappear, and all you do is eat shit. Like, that's what I learned to hate. And now I'm in a position where all I do is the rewarding stuff, but I don't get any of this, like, high level intellectual challenge.
Because you're just fucking laying tile all day.
Right. Which, I mean, is going to change in the next 2 months.
Yeah, sure.
But I'm not complaining about it, but I miss a lot of aspects of it. And even talking about, we're talking about a certain person a few days ago, and I'm like, for the first time, I saw that situation in a different light, and I was like, oh, when this happened and this person did this job really poorly, we had to pivot from the priority is execution and functionality, the priority is management and optimization of this thing, and to do it as well and as profitable as possible for the client and deliver the best service. We were failing so badly that, like, trying to effectively manage something was getting in the way of the people that were just trying to do their fucking job. Removing management and letting chaos ensue of people just trying to do their job on a daily basis with no coordination was more effective than trying to manage it. And I was like,
I don't think that's applicable to every other business, though.
It is when you're growing, though, because when you add levels of complexity and you add layers of management, you add supervisors, you add middle management, all that bullshit, and you add systems. And it's almost more important when you start talking about if you add a software system, if you add a project management system, the management of that system can be more of a tax than the return. And just kind of in this moment, I realized, I'm like, we sacrificed management for implementation where the chaos had a better payoff than a good system. And then we had to lean into the chaos and just throw people at it and just say, fucking do something. I don't care. Go out the door and be fruitful. And then had to rebuild the management piece entirely. Like, it's iterations of that, and it's learning those lessons that I don't know. I fucking miss it in a lot of ways. And I feel like a third of my brain is asleep and just never gets any exercise.
What do you think the solution to that is?
Work harder. Because I'll get there. I'll get back there, but I'll get there more organically. Because I've been in those positions in kind of like an inorganic way. And this is why, like, unicorns have a fucking hard time. This is why Uber has a big culture problem where they're, like, extremely misogynist and sometimes pretty racist. Because
Fine.
They grew really fast.
Yeah.
And they platform people that tell them what they want to hear. And a lot of those people end up being fucking sociopaths. Like, you get really broken shit. Like, this is the mantra of Silicon Valley of go fast and break stuff. It's like, okay, Facebook, you've caused 2 genocides. At one point, does this stop being cool?
Yeah.
Like, is go fast and break stuff actually a good plan? Or is it go as fast as you reasonably can while doing a good job as well?
Well, there's a difference between a business that grows as fast as Facebook and a business that grows as fast as ours, probably.
Yeah, the difference is Facebook grows so fast that they can outrun all their responsibilities.
Yeah. Sorry, we're just some idiots. We're just some college kids. We don't know nothing.
It's such a big problem. We can't handle it. Although it's our own company and the only thing that we do.
It's fine.
We have billions of dollars to throw at it, but we don't.
It's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a fucking cop-out. Like, the latest whistleblower on Facebook, I think, explained it really well. They're like, we know where these problems lie. We know which points in the algorithm cause problems.
I want to talk about this whistleblower for a second. They quit Facebook,
Yeah.
stole a bunch of documents. I took confidential documents that they were under under NDA. He stole a bunch of documents. And they said to themselves, I think Facebook's breaking the law.
Yeah.
So you know who they went to?
Congress?
No, NBC.
Well, and then Congress, but yeah.
No, but the news first.
Yeah.
They didn't go to the authorities.
Well, who would you go to?
Make a call. Federal whistleblower protection in the States only protects you if you come to the authorities first.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
You have to go because fuck off. You're just trying to get on the news.
But what if the authorities are who you're blowing the whistle on?
Well, she wasn't.
Yeah.
Well, your answer. What if the authorities are people you're blowing the whistle on? Edward Snowden is still in exile.
You just get executed.
Yeah. Shout out Edward Snowden.
We miss you.
We miss you. Edward Snowden is a class act. When Trump it was looking like he was going to lose, Edward Snowden tweeted him and said, if you're going to pardon one person, please pardon Julian Assange. He didn't say anything about himself.
Yeah.
He said, please pardon Julian Assange because Julian Assange is a fucking freedom fighter. Like, please.
Which of course he did not.
No, he pardoned Kodak Black and Lil Wayne, but not Edward Snowden or Julian Assange.
I love that he didn't pardon Rudy Giuliani. That makes me really happy inside.
Obama pardoned Chelsea Manning.
Who was Chelsea Manning again?
Formerly in Eli Manning.
Right.
She's a trans CIA whistleblower who got arrested for treason.
And okay.
Obama pardoned her.
Sounds like a good thing.
Biden was his vice president,
and
now won't pardon Edward Snowden, who is pretty much the same thing.
Biden is further right.
Biden is further right than Trump was.
In a lot of ways,
it's fucking ridiculous. And then I don't want to repeat myself because I just talked about this on the last podcast I was editing. I forget which episode it was, but I was like, there's people on Twitter. Their name is like Billy Resists with a fucking Black Panther fist. And they're defending Biden giving money to Israel and building fucking camps.
Yeah.
It's like, you're a fucking you're assigning yourself to the Black Panthers and Che Guevara. And then you're like, well, his detention centers on the border have beds, so it's better than Trump's.
Yeah, it goes back to our conversation of no matter which side you choose, you're acting against your own interests.
He's fucking fascist.
Yes. Yes, indeed. You're really drunk.
I am.
Willows has been drinking all day, and these podcasts get kind of like, how do you say, in the fucking weeds. When we get on the booze,
I've been drinking since like 2 p.m. today, and my business partner's been driving me around.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's a great day.
Yeah.
I think another thing that I miss, aside from being in charge, is the fact that I don't get to really talk to other people that are like, doing anything. Like, business networking is dead
because of COVID.
Right. The only business networkers that are currently doing their thing
are hacks.
are just grifters doing it because they need to do it to make money.
Yeah. Well,
there's not a lot of genuine interactions.
We do our mastermind.
Yeah.
We call it.
But it's just the same people every time.
You're not networking necessarily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're not.
That's a fair point. And remember, we wanted to start hosting business networking stuff at my bar because I have a bar.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about that.
And it just COVID.
Yeah, you want to hear about that? Listen back till early 2020.
Just COVID, right? Like,
yeah.
We're still going through it. Like, it's still fucked. Like, we're still waning and waxing, right? Like, my bar's still being closed and open and closed and open and closed and open. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah, and no, don't at me about what's going on with fucking lockdowns and how it's wrong. Like, if you think that this pandemic's been going on too long,
yeah,
just look up literally anything about literally any pandemic ever, and it's like, oh, that was 11 years. Oh, that was 172 years. Like, the Black Death was over hundreds of years, and it was like several.
Yeah, but it was mostly Europeans, so they deserved it.
True, but it waxed and waned, obviously, but much like ours is.
That was my nickname in high school.
Waxy Waney Boy.
Yeah, true, exactly that.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to get into. I don't fucking want to get into this, but just because it sucks doesn't mean it's not happening. Just because lockdowns suck doesn't mean they're not valid. Just because mask mandates suck doesn't mean it's not valid. Just because vaccines being forced on people is a shitty idea doesn't mean it's not the right one. Like, I understand.
I understand.
The need for personal autonomy and all that.
I'm as anti-government as anyone. I've had people say, Willows, you're an anarchist. Why the fuck do you support vaccines? And I say, because the doctors are not the government.
Yeah, science is not... God damn it.
You know what?
Science is not the government.
You know why the government's making you get the vaccine? Because you're too stupid
to make that decision.
To make that decision yourself.
Well, I would counter that and say, we live in a democracy, and
we live in a constitutional monarchy in this country.
Okay, well,
it's not a democracy.
We live under the illusion of a democracy where the quote majority rules, and the majority is vaccinated, wants vaccines, and wants everyone to have vaccines. Mm-hmm. And therefore, under the function of a democracy, the elected officials are bound, if not legally, morally, to the fact that they need to act in the interest of the majority of the population, which is vaccine mandates, and them taking action to incentivize people to take they're not forcing anyone to take vaccines. They're just making the incentives pretty strong, where they're like barring you from going out and having fun and doing literally anything if you're not vaccinated. Like, that's a removal of privilege. That's not oppression. I mean, that's honestly a bad
vaccine
point.
is fucking free.
Well, it's Jim Crow for the unvaccinated, and except you're consenting to that, you don't consent to being black and American.
You were born black. You can get the vaccine for free.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the same thing. Quit saying it's the goddamn fucking same thing.
No, it's not. You can't equate it to fucking people equate it to the Holocaust.
Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you.
Off. Yeah.
You don't understand anything. You don't understand oppression.
No.
Like, if you're white and you're inconvenienced, that's not oppression.
No.
But that's what the majority wants. And the majority wants majority rules, and the minority has to fucking dance the song and dance.
If the people that are like crying oppression over vaccines,
they're not wrong.
But then they go and pay 50% of their money to taxes.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you're focused on the wrong fucking oppression. You know what I mean? Like, the government has been oppressing you long before. People are saying, like, I see in right-wing groups, like, the government has never been this oppressive.
Yeah.
When? What are you talking about?
It's literally always been more oppressive than this.
You know, in 1945, they locked up all the Japanese Americans
Because they
and
were
Japanese Canadians because they were Japanese in fucking internment camps.
Yeah.
It's fine. Like, literally, the government has never not been fucked.
It's always been worse than this.
It's always been worse than this. And the fact that a private business requires you to wear a mask is not fucking oppression.
It's an inconvenience.
So,
at worst.
when me and you go to High's Steakhouse, which is most of you listening probably can't get in there because it's pretty expensive.
And also it's in Winnipeg, which you are not in.
They require you to wear a shirt. You walk in without a shirt, they say, "Sorry, sir. You just can't come in here without a shirt." And you say, "Fuck you. That's my right. I have a medical condition. It rubs my nipples. I'm not going to wear a shirt." You know what they do?
Security.
They tell you to go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
And they call security and they throw you out. You know what that isn't? The Holocaust.
That's a hot take, Willows. Are you sure you want to say that on air?
Yes. I'll commit to this. Yeah, fuck off.
The shirt and tie policy is, quote, not the
If
Holocaust.
a private business has a fucking vaccine requirement, that's their fucking right. Go fuck yourself.
Well, it's not. They don't have an option, though. The government has told them they have
Not
to
right
have
now,
that.
but in some places they do.
Yeah. Well, like we've talked about earlier, like most businesses.
Like I own a bar right now, and I'm being forced by the government to require to scan the vaccine passports or whatever. I actually here's a good one. I had someone call the bar yesterday, and try to convince me to let them in without their vaccine card. They were like, "Oh, what if we do this and this?" And I'm like, "No." And they're like, "What if we book out the whole place, so it's a private event?" And we're like, so I hear this too with we should just make the last hour, like if a grocery store is open, 12 to 12 or 8 to 12, whatever, right? 11 p.m. to midnight should be, you should let all the people that don't want to wear masks in. I've heard that before from right-wing people. So the staff, just fuck them, right?
Yeah, they're fine.
Like, this is literally people not seeing grocery staff as people. You know what I mean? So these people the other day called my winery, and they said, what if we book the whole place? You don't have to check our Vax cards because we're a private event. And we were like, I still have to bartend you. Like, what the fuck?
Are you gonna serve
about?
yourself?
Fuck. Well, and like, number one, I don't want to. Number two, no, that's not how that works. Like, the law right now is saying, and this is different for other provinces, obviously, so I won't get too far into it. The law is saying if you drink liquor on a licensed facility, you need to be vaccinated.
Yeah.
That's not my fucking problem. That's the government putting that on me. But do I think it's a hard thing? Like, it's like, do you think that this mandate is unreasonable? Is it like making you do something that you wouldn't normally do, right? And the government, like, okay, so take the government out of it, take the mandate out of it. I'm okay with a business being like, hey, if you don't get your shot, I don't want you in my bar. I'm 100% okay with that. For the record, I'm also pretty much okay with a bakery saying, I don't want to bake a cake for a gay couple. More or less, I'm with the free market argument on that. I think the fact that the government is on my side with vaccinations is a coincidence. Is not the usual thing, because usually what I think is different than what the government thinks. But the fact that the government is on my side with the vaccinations is just a coincidence. It's one in 100 things. But then, hold on. Also think about, so there, I won't name them because I don't want to be that guy. But there's a restaurant in Winnipeg, in our city right now, that's against all these vaccine mandates.
Oh yes, bleep.
And they're very vocal about that, and they got shut down, but they just kept opening anyway. And they keep getting fined $10,000 a day, and they say fuck off, whatever. So someone looked into their history. In the 90s, like 92, there was an E. coli breakout that started at their restaurant.
Oh, that's great.
You know why? Because they don't respect health orders.
Ah.
The health order says you got to wear a mask, got to be vaccinated. They say fuck off. The health order 20 years ago said you got to wash your hands, but when you use the bathroom, you can't put shit in your food.
Yeah.
You can't have food at lukewarm temperature. You got to refrigerate it. That's what the health law said. They said you can go fuck yourself, and they gave like 20 people E. coli.
That's fantastic.
And now, 20 years later, they're breaking the health law again and not being vaccinated.
And this was also the same family that was like George Floyd asked for it.
Yeah, we don't want to get into it, but yeah, this is the same restaurant that when the Black Lives Matter George Floyd protests were happening, they posted on their business Instagram saying George Floyd asked for it, basically, like he was a fucking drug addict, he deserved to die, basically, like.
Yeah, really great people.
Great people.
I'm not saying it's connected to being an anti-vaxxer, but if one plus bad comedy equals tragedy,
then
you're a fucking narc. Write that on a t-shirt. So here's my hot take. This is how you deal with someone who's like, this is oppression. Be like, yes it is. You know what also is oppression? I can't have 4 wives, three husbands.
Why can't I?
Drive 90 miles an hour.
Why can't I?
Do black tar heroin while I operate heavy equipment.
Why can't I?
Serve lukewarm, moldy meat.
And give people botulism.
Give people my favorite, botulism. That's
True.
the best.
True.
Call myself a doctor.
And
just inject you with whatever I find under the sink.
But that's what doctors are doing right now. They're paid off by fucking big COVID. So let's hold on.
It's all oppression. You just agree with some of it.
Let's transition here, because
that's
remember
transition.
Hold on, we're looking at that number. I stopped recording like halfway through. So we're actually way far. Yeah, it's recording. I can see it from here.
123.
Yeah, so that's about. Anyway, so we'll transition here into our segment that we call
shot caller. Wait,
you want to take it a shot?
I want a maple cocktail, honestly, but we'll do that later.
So we'll transition to our segment that we call Business Tip of the Week, where Tyler and I give you a business tip that we ourselves are going through in our business. And I have one to start. Take the morals that you have and respect them. Don't push them on people, but respect them. So I personally believe that vaccines work, that are efficient.
Oh, science. You believe in it?
Pre-COVID, I thought that vaccines weren't.
Because you believe in science.
Whatever. I'm pretty dumb. But
the idea of science, though,
when
you're in favor of it?
When I got HPV from having sex with random girls, I'm like, you know what I should do? Get the HPV vaccine.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
And you're still here. I'm
not. I'm a ghost.
Sorry, Easy.
Rip. Easy, who died of HIV. But if as a business owner, I think why else are you a business owner if you don't commit to your beliefs? You know what I mean? Why are you doing it?
Yeah.
But I think there's also a way to commit to your beliefs without pissing off other people. So in this situation right now, that's very relevant, that's anti-vax and vax, whatever, I think you can pitch, it's like, you know what? I want to run my business like this.
Yeah.
And nothing against you. You can believe whatever you want. But me personally, and I think my customers, we want to operate like this. And I won't be attending your event that's an anti-vax event. Because I think my customers want me to do a certain thing, and I don't want to be in that position. You know, there's ways to do it, to say that you are pro-vax without being argumentative towards anti-vax people. At this point, man, I don't give a shit what other people think. They're dumb, whatever.
You can't account for all points of view because half the points of view out there are just clickbait articles created by Iranian bots.
Dude, and I've gotten 1-star reviews for my business on Google. They're like, you're not open at 3 p.m. on a Tuesday when I wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like, it's outside of my hours. I'm like, oh, hey, yeah, that's a 1-star review. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a certain amount of detractors from your beliefs that are just going to happen. So my business tip of the week is just believe and don't, like, be steadfast. Don't falter on your beliefs.
Especially if you're anti-vax.
But that's a difference between not faltering and being aggressive. If you're anti-vax, don't let them change you. But don't fucking be like, we should fucking protest these other people for requiring. Fuck off.
We should get $100,000 in fines and then crowdfund to pay them off.
They're running their business how they see fit. Run your business how you see fit. Don't require vaccines, whatever. But at the end of the day, because if it's the law that you have to require vaccines and you don't do it and you get fined a bunch, that's no different than me having the liquor law
that is arbitrarily decided by unelected officials.
You hear me talk about, I own a winery. You hear me talk about the liquor law all the time in Manitoba. That's fucked and unfair. You know what I do? Obey it. You know why? I don't want to lose my fucking license.
Yeah. Sometimes
you have to play the fucking game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just because you don't believe it, sometimes you have to play the game. And that's my business tip of the week, is that you know, it is what it is, man. And we'll get through it. We'll all get through it. All of you. Unvaxxers, pro-vaxxers, whatever. We'll get through it. All of us.
And on that note, like, if you opted into a democracy, which is sometimes going to do...
I didn't opt shit. I didn't sign a fucking social contract. I didn't opt into shit.
Sure you did. You were born.
I did not. I wasn't born. I just appeared. Give your opinion.
If you live in a democracy and you benefit from it, you opt into the majority rules principle. And if the majority is against you, you know what? You're shit out of luck. Welcome to the world where you're never more than half satisfied with your life or with how the way things work. Everyone has a grievance. And you just have to look at it and be like, is this something I can live with? And it probably fucking is, especially if it has to do with a vaccine or a mask, because, I mean, I've got a couple jabs in me and I'm fine. Like, the math shows you'll probably be fine. And if you're going to wear a mask, realistically, what percentage of people is that actually going to harm? An extremely small amount. I hate wearing a mask while I'm working. I almost never wear a mask while I'm working because I work by myself. I work with one other person. I do construction. It's physically demanding. It's hard. I don't want my breathing restricted, so I don't usually wear a mask. And you know what? I appreciate that fact that I don't have to. But also, most people with physical jobs are kind of in the same boat. So, like, I empathize with the resistance, but also it's like, think about the Afghan girl who's she has a choice between suicide or betray your family, your fucking mask is a non-issue. Shut up. My business tip is understand, what it is that you actually need, what it is that your priorities are, and fight like hell for those. And if those things actually matter to you, if those things are actually important, I don't know. I can't criticize someone fighting like hell for it, but I think at this point, most people that are fighting like hell or are angry as hell are fighting for issues that don't actually matter. Like, I had an argument today with someone about, like, if a politician today in Canada is getting elected and has, like, an anti-gay policy, like, this was decided decades ago. Like, this is no longer a political issue. You dragging this in makes you a bad person.
69, I think, ironically. I think 1969 was when we legalized gay marriage.
Bloody amazing. Like, you're bringing in a non-issue. This should not be political. Fuck you.
Yeah,
fuck you for talking about
our conservatives are like, yeah, well, obviously.
Yeah, no, and conservatives were fine with it until someone told them that they shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Like, you think that because Cucker fucking Tarlson told you that you're a beta cuck if you wear your mask. And I think that's all I need to say about that. Your opinions are not your own. Think about what actually matters to you and fight for that like hell. And if you do that, most people will respect it.
But I am a free thinker, unlike you fucking cucks. And the fact that my father and the small town that I live in all agrees with me is a coincidence.
Purely coincidence.
Yeah, purely coincidence.
Daddy, what do I think about?
Wait, did you just call me Daddy?
No.
Right. Anyway, my name is Willows. Thank you for listening to Alcohol Beyond This Point, the podcast where we debate business topics. So we're just drunk. This is Tyler.
Yeah, me.
Sure. Anyway.
Shut up.
Shut up. Get the fuck out of here. Alcohol Beyond This Point on Instagram. Alcohol Beyond This Point podcast on Facebook. You have any closing remarks?
Did you plug us on YouTube?
What? YouTube. Yeah, I did. But youtube.com/votewillows, VOTEWILLOWS. You can watch the video version of this podcast and some other cool stuff about my business and everything else.
Thank.
And I just uploaded a video of me and Tyler and our friend JL and our friend Mitch playing GeoGuessr.
Ooh, that was fun.
And
I fucking love that game. If you haven't played that game, play that goddamn game. It's so good.
One other thing I wanted to talk about, on Spotify now, if you're listening on Spotify, you can scroll down on Spotify. You can take a poll. And I made a poll
cool.
over where you're listening from in the world. So there's literally on Spotify now, you can answer where you're listening from. So I put that on the last episode. It'll probably be on this episode if I remember. But scroll down on Spotify now. There's polls that you can listen to, and I'm trying to get some actual information about that to help it really will help the podcast if you answer truthfully. So appreciate it. And any closing remarks?
JL just slept through a first date.
Goodbye.
I think this is the best close we've ever had. He's like, bro.
Alcohol Beyond This Point podcast.
This isn't two podcasters talking business. This is two business guys trying to podcast.